Hi first graders, I'm so excited to be doing a new phonics lesson with you today. You'll need two things for the lesson. You'll need a piece of paper and a pencil, but you can put those to the side for a little bit and I'll let you know when you'll need them. We're going to start with our sound cards. I'll say the letter and the sound that the letter makes or the team of letters, and you can be my echo. A, E, I, O, U, Q, S, Y, V, T, Z, X, W, G, M, B, and I know that's the letter B because the bat comes first. D, I know it's the letter D because the drum comes first. C, P, H, N, F, L, R, K, J. All right, we have some digraphs now. Two letters working together to make a brand new sound. T, H, T, H, S, H, sh. C, H, ch. W, H, wa. All right, here come our blends. Two letters blending together. We need our blending thumb. P, L, pl. B, R, brr. T, R, tr. S, K, sk. F, L, fool. B, L, blue. All right, good work, first graders. Now I'm going to review some sight words, words that you just have to know how to read, how to write as first graders. I'll go first, and then you can be my echo. As. My son dressed up as Spider-Man when he was in kindergarten for Halloween. As. Ask. Did you ask to have a snack before dinner? Ask. By. We walked by my neighbor's house and waved to her from the front porch. By. Could. I told my son he could go on a bike ride. Could. Every. My son has a bowl of cereal for breakfast every morning. Every. All right, nice work, first grade. Now we're going to do some word work where I'll say some words and you'll help me, or you'll do it on your own paper, decide where to put them, deciding on what sound you hear. So I'm going to show you how to set up your paper. So here you'll need your pencil and your paper. And you're going to set up your lined or your blank paper, whichever one you have, into 4 columns. The first column over on the left-hand side is going to be for any long A words we have. Words that we hear that letter A saying, A, because of King Ed yelling at it, say your name. So that first column, we're going to put an A, and then a line that's going to represent that there's a consonant there. Remember, a consonant is any letter that's not a vowel. So our vowels are A, E, I, O, U. All of the other letters in our alphabet are called consonants. So we have our long A. The blank line represents that there's a consonant there. And then I'm going to put our King Ed, and I'll give him a crown to show that he's the king. Next to that, in my second column, I'm going to put an I, a blank line, and another King Ed. This is where I'll put my words that I hear I saying, I. In my third column, the letter O, a blank line to represent that there's a consonant there, King Ed. And this is where I'll put any words that I hear saying, oh, because King Ed is yelling at that vowel to say his long name. And in my fourth final column, the letter U, a blank line to represent a consonant, my King E. And this is where I'll put any words that I hear the U saying its long sound, U, because King Ed is yelling at it. So this is what your paper should look like when it's set up. All right, listen to the first word. Today's first word is the word tape. We used tape to hang up hearts in our front window where we wrote things that we are grateful for. Tape. I'm going to pull that word down from the sky. Go ahead and do it with me. Hand up. Let's pull it down. Ready? Tape. Let's tap it out. One finger for each sound that we hear. T, A, P. Tape. Ooh, I want you to think about what long vowel sound do you hear in that word tape. I hear A saying its long sound. So I'm going to go to my first column that has my A with the consonant line and King E. Underneath that is where I'm going to sound out as I spell the word tape. T, A, P. And I can't forget to add my King Ed at the end, because if I didn't add him, it wouldn't say tape, it would say tap. And we want to use the word tape. I'm going to go back. I'm going to give my King Ed a crown and draw an arrow over to the vowel that he's yelling at, which is the letter A. He's so powerful. He's going around that letter P and he's yelling at that letter A. Say your name. And A is afraid of the king. So he says A. Above the A, I'm going to give a short little line. We call that a macron. And that's showing that it's a long A saying its sound. So So your word tape should look like my word tape. All right, listen to the next word that we're going to sort. The word is joke. My son loves to tell a funny joke during dinner time. Joke. I'm going to pull it down from the sky. Pull it down with me. Ready? Joke. Let's tap it out. One finger for every sound we hear. J. O. K. Joke. I want you to stop and think about what vowel sound you hear. What vowel is saying its long name? I hear the letter O saying O, J, O, K, joke. So I'm going to go over to my third column, my long O column. I'm going to sound it out as I print it. Go ahead and do this with me. Ready? The word is joke. J, O, K. I can't forget my King Ed, because if I don't include him in my word, it doesn't say joke, it says jock. And that's a short O sound I hear. I want my long O, so I have my king at the end of the word. I'm going to give him a crown because he is the king. I'm going to put an arrow all the way over to the O. Again, he's so powerful, he goes around that K. He yells at the O, say your name. And O is so afraid of the king, he says, O. And I'm going to show that it's a long vowel sound and give it a macron, that short little line. Your word joke should look like my word joke. And if it doesn't, that's okay. That's what our erasers are for. All right, listen to the next one. The next one is the word cube. I put an ice cube in my iced tea to keep it nice and cold on a hot summer day. Cube. All right, let's pull down that word cube from the sky. Here we go. Cube. Let's tap it out. One finger for every sound we hear. K, U, B. Cube. I want you to stop and think about what vowel sound you hear, what vowel saying its long sound. I hear the letter U saying U. So I'm going to go over to my fourth column, my last column over here on the right. I'm going to sound out that word cube as I print it. Try it with me. Ready? K, U, B. I can't forget my King E. If I don't have my King E, it doesn't say cube, it says cub. But we're using the word cube, so I have my King E at the end. Notice how my letter B has a back coming first. So make sure that your letter B has your back coming first too. All right, I'm going to go back and give my King E a crown. Draw an arrow around the B over to the U. That's who he's yelling at. Say your name. And the U says, U. So I'm going to put a macron, that small little line right above the U. Go ahead and check your work. All right, let's do one more. The word is hide. My son loves to hide in his closet and jump out and scare me. Hide. I'll pull it down from the sky. Try it with me. Ready? Hide. Let's tap it out one finger at a time. I-d. Hide. All right, I want you to think about what vowel sound you hear, what vowel is saying its long name, its long sound. I-d. Hide. Ooh, I hear that long I sound. So I'm going to go to my second column, my long I column. I'm going to sound out that word hide as I print it. Try it with me. I-d. Can't forget my King E at the end. If I don't have him on that word, it doesn't say hide, it says hid, but we're using the word hide today. I'm going to go back and give my king a crown. I'm double checking that my letter D that says D has my drum coming first, and it does. Giving an arrow from the E over to the I, the vowel that he's yelling at. I says I, which is a long sound, so I'll give it that short line called the macron. So we have tape, hide, joke, cube. All of those words have a long vowel sound because the king E is yelling at that vowel to say its long name. Go ahead and check your 4 words. All right, our last part for today is we're going to write a sentence. Before we write our sentence, I'm going to put a sentence frame up above so I can remember what every great first grade sentence needs. So I'm going to start with the mountain peak. That reminds me that all first grade sentences start with a capital letter. The long line represents that the sentence has all of the words it needs in the correct order, so it makes sense. And then I have my 3 types of punctuation: a period, an exclamation point, and a question mark. Go ahead and write your sentence frame on your paper. All right, today's sentence is, Dad drove me to the lake. Dad drove me to the lake. Let's count how many words that sentence has. Dad drove me to the lake. Our sentence has 6 words. So when we're done writing it, we want to make sure that our sentence has 6 words in it. All right, so I'm going to go underneath my sentence frame. The sentence is, Dad drove me to the lake. I'm going to break that into 2 pieces, 2 phrases. The first piece, the first phrase is, Dad drove me. So I'm going to start with that word dad. I'm looking at my mountain peak. That reminds me I need to start my sentence with a capital D. D. A. D. Dad drove. I'm going to pull that down from the sky before I start printing it. Drove. Oh, I need to start with my blending thumb. Drove. Drove. When I hear that O saying its long sound, I know King E is yelling at that O to say your name. Dad drove me. M-E. Me. That's a sight word. So there's my first phrase. Dad drove me. My next piece of the sentence, my next phrase is to the lake. T-O, to. T-H-E, the. That word lake, I'm going to pull that down from the sky. Lake. L-A-K. Lake. Ooh, I hear A saying its long sound. I'm going to sound it out as I print it on my paper. L-A-K. I'm going to add my King E because I hear A saying A. If I don't add my King E, it would say lack. But we want to use the word lake. Dad drove me to the lake. That's a telling sentence. I'm giving information, so I'm going to end that with a period. I'm going to go back and make sure I have all 6 words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doubling Double checking, do I have my capital letter at the beginning? Yes, I do. I have all 6 words I need, and I ended with a period because it's a telling sentence. Dad drove me to the lake. And then if you have some time, you could draw a picture down below. I would love to see what your papers look like, so you can have mom or dad send a picture through the class dojo back to me so that I can see how you sorted your words and how you wrote your sentence. And I would love to see some pictures to go along with this week's sentence. I hope you had as much fun as I did, and there'll be a new video for you next week. Have a great day, first grade.